a small little island sitting in isolation in the Bahamas, but Bimini has an incredible history, an incredible culture.
We came to give Bimini a better life and a new life.
It's best for you to come to Bimini and work with the people of Bimini and become one. Integrate yourself with Bimini, then you wouldn't have these problems, these concerns, and these walls.
They're losing that resource. That resource is being taken away.
We could have, between the marina plus the condos, around 10,000 people.
We have a population of about 2,000 people. The project is too big for Bimini.
Hi, my name is Fabien Cousteau. I'm here in Bimini, in the islands of the Bahamas, due to a concern raised by the local citizens and frequent visitors of this paradise island over a development that threatens their ecosystem.
Basically, Bimini Bay will never do anything against the environment. That's a fact. We will have, I would say, construction for the next 5 to 7 years. We are still on the first phase out of 3. 2 swimming pool, 2 marinas, 550 condos, and hotel, Conrad Hotel, with 450 rooms, plus golf course, around 2,500 units.
Oh yeah, I've seen many changes. Many changes at Bimini. The large project on the eastern end, Bimini Bay, is causing great changes, not just to the island, but to the environment and to the ecology itself.
I would say, first of all, before we started the project, this project was, of course, submitted to the government.
It was my government who approved the Bimini Bay project some years ago.
We started only when we had the permits.
All of the checks and balances needed to cause that project to work in harmony with the environment.
And everything was under control from the government side.
But over the past 5 years, I don't know what happened to it because we weren't government in that period, and it just went haywire. I was here to a town meeting several months ago where the same question came up about the dredging that was going on up at Bimini Bay. And one of the gentlemen who asked the question said that the silt screens had not been used for 18 months.
The golf course, I think, is slated to be somewhere in this vicinity, no?
Exactly, at the end.
We're going to have some meetings with Bimini Bay owners soon to see how we can shift some of this around.
Would that entail needing landfill?
That will need some landfill, part of it.
And cause them, again, to probably stop any future mangrove removal, any future dredging and reclamation of land. There was an environmental assessment done in the first instance 6, 7, 8 years ago. It's normally an independent study being done, paid for by the developer.
Apparently, Mr. Cousteau had friends in the cabinet of the Bahamas previously, and they allowed this man to just do what he wanted to do with any regards for the people of Bimini. Okay, for 5 years we tried to get the attention of the government and we couldn't get any answers. Nobody would listen to you. The ministers of the former government, the PLP, would come to Bimini, fly into Bimini on Mr. Cousteau plane, drive up to his house and be entertained. Mr. Cousteau in Bimini Bay has been allowed to dredge a canal or a harbor from the entrance of Bimini all the way up to the property. It's about 50 foot wide and about 20 foot deep. And it did a lot of destruction to the harbor here. It should have never been allowed. You have a piece of land that is approximately 50 feet. Okay, 50 feet. You have the ocean on one side and you have the harbor on the other side with the mangroves.
The diversity that's found in these mangroves is unbelievable. This is the biggest piece of the Bimini chain. Everything north and south here is small little rocks. Us to remain biologically sustainable or ecologically sustainable, you need to preserve the foundation of this ecosystem. It's a very direct effect between mangrove health and coral reef health. Mangroves actually provide one of the best buffers against hurricanes, tsunamis, storm surges of anything in the world, natural or man-made. But the different fish species, there's a ton of them that are critically important to the economy of the Bahamas as well as the ecology of the Bahamas.
We had many, many men who were able to feed their family, send their family to school in order to get a better education just on going fishing.
Bimini always was ahead of the rest of the Caribbean.
The economy is important, okay? Mr. Cousteau has been allowed to bring in 200 foreign cheap laborers, and you have the young men of Bimini sitting under the tree playing domino. So nothing has been pumped in our local economy, but you have two separate Bimini. You have one for the rich and one for the locals, okay?
It seems like it's separated by a big wall.
And it's separated by a big wall.
We could have, between the marina, because we will have 550 slips, plus the condos, around 10,000 people at one time.
We had a meeting here with Mr. Cousteau, and we caused him to agree that he cannot be a gambling hotel.
We could have, between the marina,
An ecotourism resort,
plus the condos,
the casino,
casino, spa, golf course.
I mean, he had 4 different type of resorts in there, and we got him to agree that he was going to be 1 resort and not 4.
We try to change it a little bit, making lots of marketing in the States, north of the States, where people coming from New York and so on to Bimini.
The golf course has been approved a long time ago.
We don't need a golf course in Bimini. What are we going to do with a golf course in Bimini?
It was a 8-hole, 9-hole golf course. It's been increased to 18 holes. I believe that my government in its negotiation would seek to put it back to 9.
Bimini is known as the fishing capital of the world. If you're going to come to Bimini to play golf, then you're going away from what Bimini is all about.
We wouldn't want to take away the rights of people to golf.
Not even a 9-hole golf course, an 18-hole golf course. They put on a 50 piece of land. The fertilizer from the golf course will go into the ocean, will destroy the reef. It will come in the harbor and destroy the mangroves. If the mangroves are torn down, you won't have no smaller fish, and the big fish won't have no little fish to eat. We'll not have no big fish to catch for us to eat.
But we don't want you to come and take over and run us and do things that would change Bimini from being the unique Bimini that it is.
Bimini were here before their time, it'll be here after their time. The information that you people send to the government is just as powerful than me talking to the Prime Minister personally. So we want to thank the international community who is standing behind us to bring a light to this whole thing, the disaster that is happening here in Bimini. So we want to thank people like yourself.
Thank you for your concern. If you'd like to learn more about what's going on in Bimini, please log in to SaveBimini.org.